We're going to take a time now to go over 5 of the costly mistakes that can kill your real estate deals. If you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel, please do so. I want to make sure that you get great knowledge and value out of this. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. We'd love to join the family. Come on over. So if we're going to talk about the 5 big things that a lot of agents do and the mistakes they make and how to overcome them. Just a quick, easy way to kind of go through that and kind of make it better. So the first thing you got to think about is that in real estate, as I mentioned, you look at the 80%, about 80% of all sales require 5 or more follow-up touches to close. That's a big difference. More right now, about 48% of agents give up after just one attempt. So if you stop reaching out to your client to do an open house, they sign in, you call them one time, they don't answer, you give up. Or whatever. They click on your ad, you talk to them, something like that. If you only do one attempt and you give up, you're going to lose the client and it's not going to work. You have to be able to follow up and continue to do that. And this can cost you a lot of money and a lot of business if you don't follow up. So the first big mistake to think about, and we'll throw in a bonus one at the end maybe, is that consistent or limited follow-up. Easy for me to say. So like we mentioned, most agents stop after 1 or 2 touches, but usually it takes 6 or more. They say 7 to 12 is the average to convert a lead into a client. So every time you give up, you're losing clients, you're losing money. So a good, easy way to think to follow up is if you can create a multi-touch schedule, and that includes calls, texts, emails, voicemails, things like that. One of the things I do is I connect with my lender when I have buyer leads and I send them to him, or he's helping me, convert them. 1 week I'll follow up. The next week he follows up, and we take turns, so it's not so overwhelming with the same person following up in their face every few minutes. It spreads it out. Sometimes they have lender questions. Sometimes they have real estate questions. Either way, we can answer that. Now, if you have a good CRM, a lot of companies have Bold Trails, Lofty, Brivity, Follow Up Boss. If you have a good CRM and you have it set up, we can help you do that if you need that. And when you have it set up to automatically follow up with your clients, that helps a lot. Now, once they answer, it's up to you to continue to follow up. So just remember that. A second biggest mistake that most agents make is you don't have personalized communication, which means your messages sound ChatGPT-ish or boring. So you got to have templates, of course. You got to make it simple. You got to have an outline. You got to do like that. But if you only do the same exact thing to 1,000 people, they're going to tell that it's a generic, boring template. So think about what makes me me? What's your background? I was a military soldier scientist, I call myself. I was a scientist most of my life for like 20 years. So I did that for years. Now I'm into real estate and training. So you got to think, what makes you different? What can you talk about? Can you bring up a little bit of your background? Can you make it personable? That's going to help you a lot. So again, like at the bottom, the pro tip, if you spend 2 minutes personalizing the top 20% of your leads, so you got to think, these are the people or the leads that give you high value and good feedback. And that helps you build trusted rapport. That helps you build a good trusted rapport with those leads. If you can work on those, your top 20%, they bring you the business. Number 3 is you don't have, they call it good data hygiene. What that means is you don't have good phone numbers. You don't have good emails. Or when they change, you just give up. So you gotta look at that and say, okay, I'm gonna look at my CRM. Remember, your CRM, your customer relationship management tool, either Lofty, Brevity, Bold Trails, whatever you're gonna use, KV Core, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're following up, you need to have that audited regularly to see what's happening, see how it's tracking, make sure you get rid of duplicates, upload lead statuses, purge dead leads. Everything like that should automatically happen. And sometimes it doesn't happen automatically and you have to go play with it. So if it doesn't happen automatically, go into your CRM, clean it up, check it. This is like I have 54,000 people in my CRM. It's going to be ridiculous the amount of cleanup I have to do in mine. But that's okay. It's something I'm going to have to just, spend a week or two just sending people messages, cleaning up, seeing what's bad. It will lead to a much higher conversion, so it's worth it. That's how you make your money. If you can't put in the time to do the boring stuff, you can't get the good money when it happens. The fourth mistake a lot of people is you don't have any metrics or you're not tracking anything. So a good example is right now, like right here, you have an email open rate, a response rate, a conversion rate. Do you know what your email opened? Do you know how many people coming to your website. I'm just opening up, if I spelled it right, let's see, analytics.google.com. This is one of the things you can track is your Google Analytics. You can set that up. We do a class here at EMB Title. You can also reach out to me. I have videos on it, everything like that. And this kind of shows what people are doing on your website. So this is showing here. Let's see if it has a time. I don't have a benchmark. That's okay. So it's saying I have 50 active users, 52 new users over this time period, the last, since October 3rd till today, so about 2 weeks. And I've already had 376 events, which means people have looked at homes, clicked on stuff. And right near, I don't have anyone on my website right now in the last 30 minutes, which is early. That's fine. And then it shows where people are coming from. I don't know why I keep getting a lot of Ireland, but I love Ireland, so that's great. And then it shows you what links, what leads people have clicked on, and you can follow it. So it's you kind of get an idea like, okay, what's happening? So that's some metrics. So I know that I get a lot of mine from my social media. I can see who's active. So I don't have a million people active on my website all the time, only 50 core clients, which is great. And those people are looking at homes a lot because each of those are doing at least 1 to 3 clicks or looking at homes per week or per that last 2 weeks. So I have 300 of those activities, and that what brings you a good conversion that way. And that's a great way to kind of track those metrics. You have to see what works, what doesn't work, and you need to go right ahead and get the things that works really good and get them down for you that way. Now, the next thing is if you over automate, you need to have automation as we talked about. But if everything is only automated, you can sound like a robot, or you can sound canned or spammy or ChatGPT-ish. So it's okay to automate. As soon as someone looks, opens an email, you have to reach out, you got to talk to them, you got to get through that automation and get the next thing. By doing this, you can, by turning the over automation off, it has a much higher conversion rate. So it's very important that you don't over automate, that you still want automation to follow up automatically, but you have to balance it to show some personal as well. And again, this bonus mistake, I'm going to show you this extra one here, is that slow speed to lead is what they call slow response times. I call it speed to lead. So speed kills or saves deals. I always say when the lead reaches out and asks for more information, if you're not answering within 2 to 3 minutes or less, they're going to go to the next agent and they're going to reach for someone else. With our world we live in now, it's so easy to just click next and go to the next spot, the next agent. You don't even need to worry about any of that. It's all right there, and it's going to be, so easy to just grab the next one. You don't even have to worry. So speed to lead is really important. So again, this is just a quick action plan to think about how you can overcome those. Here are the 5 action plans, or the 5 things to fix your different things that might be slowing you down and getting a good conversion, the costly mistakes. So you just look at these. You can apply these separately. Take one a week, one a month, whatever you need to do. You can do one a day if you're that high speed. And just get them applied, get them set so that you can have a higher conversion. And then, of course, this turns your leads into closing. So your small changes in your CRM, your strategy, all that makes a huge difference. And the more you take the time to do that and take that conversion and get those leads changed, it makes a much higher conversion through that. Because remember, your fortune is in the follow-up. And if you master those, you're going to outperform, they say 80% of agents, but you're going to outperform most agents in your market. Take advantage of those. Take those steps. They do make a big difference. Talk to you soon.